We are back with another super recipe. It's your girl Mariam, and I'll be sharing with you how to make this amazing fish pie from scratch. And yes, without using an oven. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. We will begin by making our filling. Into my pan, I add a little bit of vegetable oil, then we allow it to heat up for a minute. Here I add my chopped onion, I give it a stir and then allow the onion to infuse its flavor in the oil. Then I go ahead and add my minced fish is cooked already. And then we stir fry for about 4 minutes. To that I add carrot, I add green pepper, cabbage, and then we stir fry for additional 4 minutes. Here I add more chopped onion, then I add salt to my taste. I add chili powder, rosemary, and then we stir all together. Our filling looks very dried, so I'll mix a tablespoon of cornstarch to 3 tablespoons of water. So here I add the mixture to the filling just to bring some kind of moist in our filling, okay? This is just for thickening. Hello there, I present to you our fish filling and we are done with part 1 of this video. Now let's move on to the next step. In my bowl I add in 320 grams of all-purpose flour. To that I add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of baking powder, and then I mix all together. Here I add 120 grams of margarine. You can also use butter as well. And then we rub in the margarine till we get something like a breadcrumbs. Now I make something like a well in the middle, and then I add 1/3 cup and 2 tablespoons of cold water. Then we stir all together to get a non-sticky firm dough. Now we have gotten our firm non-sticky dough, so here I divide it into 2 and then wrap that using a plastic bag. After that, I'll put this in the refrigerator to rest for about 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes already and this is totally optional. If you don't have fridge, please don't worry yourself. Here I dust my board, untie one of the dough and then bring it to the board, dust my rolling pin and begin to roll. Roll the dough till you get the thickness of crust that you want. When you get that thickness, then you begin your cutting, okay? So at this point, I'll check the thickness and it's perfect for me. When I look around my kitchen, this is what I had. And fortunately, it has a round lid. We can use this to cut our crust. I also have a blender lid here. You can also use this to cut the crust. All you need to do is to take out the middle one. We don't need that. And then you use it to cut the crust. If you don't have pie cutter, please don't worry yourself. There's always an alternative to something. Just look around your kitchen, you'll get something. Don't bother yourself to go and buy pie cutter. Look around, you will definitely get something. Like I had this cup. So these are the sizes that I'm going in for. I'll use the blender lid to cut bigger ones. Here I bring all the pieces together, I give it a slight knead and then roll it again. Here I use my blender lid. I want a bigger crust. So simple. So guys, this is my second dough. I check the thickness and it's okay for me, and I begin my cutting. Now we are done here. Our crust is ready. I'll cover it and then set it aside. This is the pan we are going to use to bake. Just like I mentioned earlier on, we are going to bake without using an oven. This is what we are going to use. Here I pour salt at the bottom of the pan. You can also use a clean pan to do this, okay? Then I level it up. And then go ahead and cover it and allow this to preheat for 50 minutes on low heat, okay? Now back to our crust. So if you take one crust like this and then you scoop a reasonable amount of filling onto the crust, just like what you were seeing, all right? And then you gently close it. Use your index finger to seal it. And then we finish it using a fork. This creates some kind of decoration at the edges, but it's totally optional, okay? You can use only your index finger to seal your pie. So we take it again. Here I scoop a reasonable amount of filling onto the crust, and then I gently close it. I use my index finger to seal it. Finally, I finish that using a fork. We still have some of our filling here. You can store this in your freezer and it can last as long as you want and use it later on. You can even use it to make stew as well. Here I cover my pie. I don't want it to dry. I set it aside. In a bowl, I break in 1 egg. To that, I add 1 tablespoon of evaporated milk. Here I grease my baking tray. Make sure you don't over grease your tray, okay? As your pie may burn. And if you are using a non-stick baking tray, please don't grease it. There's no need for that. Here I arrange my pie on the tray. And then the milk and egg we beat together, we brush it on the pie. Somebody may ask, why are we doing this? Listen, this will give your fish pie a shiny golden brown color after baking, so you don't want to miss it. Even though it's optional, but hey, why will you skip this part? Do it, okay? And then I make holes on the pie using a fork. In case you want to fry your own, please don't do this. Don't make these holes on the pie. But if you want to bake it like me, you can do it. Now let's go and bake. It's very important you preheat your pan, okay? Don't skip that part. Now our pan is well heated. In case you'll be using a stand, as you preheat your pan, you put in the stand as well. Here I cover using a foil because the lid I'm using doesn't fit well to the pan. That is not the actual lid to the pan, okay? And we allow this to bake on low heat for about 1 hour. 30 minutes, almost 2 hours, okay? Now it's almost 2 hours on low heat. Let's check. Wow, what? Incredible. Oops, it's very hot. Guys, take a close look. Can somebody believe that we actually baked this without using an oven? Yes, guys, it works. I said it works. Let me turn the back for you to see. No burn. They all actually came out well, exactly the way I wanted. Guys, I hope you try your hands on this. Please try your hands on it, take a picture and then tag me on Instagram, okay? I would love to come and see your handwork. This is so amazing. Wow, wow, wow. Let me open one for you to see the inside. Okay, I love it. There's always an alternative to something. You can equally bake without using an oven. You can bake your cakes, your pastries, name the recipes without using an oven. If you have money and you can afford oven for yourself, it's a plus to you. But if you don't have it, I'm telling you today, you can bake without using an oven, just like we bake this fish pie without using an oven. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until I see you on my next video, stay blessed.